Dior Lip Glow The Best 001. This one is 008 because they're out of 001. Good too, but the best one is 001. Anyways, so today we're going to be discussing how I lost 20 pounds effortlessly. So, I think it is important to understand where I was prior to the weight loss and what my habits were like, what my lifestyle was like, things of that nature, because your lifestyle basically dictates your body composition. Prior to losing weight, I started off at around 175 pounds, and I was not working out at all. I wasn't moving at all. I wasn't walking at all. I was just living a very sedentary lifestyle. I had just got out of a job that was an office job, so I was sitting at my desk the whole time. And then there was long commutes, so I'd be sitting in my car for a long time. And then also, when I would get home after a long day, I would obviously sit down to relax, and all my hobbies were intellectual hobbies, so I'd be sitting at my home desk. So my entire lifestyle was me sitting down. I gained a lot of weight because of that, coupled with my poor diet. I would eat fast food every single day, multiple times a day, for I think like 2 years straight. And before that, I would still be eating fast food. Not as much, but too much. I got injured at the gym while running on a treadmill. I guess I just felt like numbness in my knee, and I just kept running anyway. And long story short, I got like a ligament injury situation that was caused, if not caused, exacerbated, whatever that stupid word is. Dang, what is the word? Made worse by, anyways, yeah, so my knee swelled up, right? And I just stopped all activity after that for years. So that also contributed to the weight gain. So I was just sitting on my behind eating junk food for, let's say, 5 years, 6 years straight. So yeah, I eventually became 175 pounds at my highest, and yeah, the people who I would hang out with also ate bad. Some as bad as me, some not as bad. But the point is, when we would hang out, we would eat junk food, like desserts and sweets and stuff like that. We just go out to restaurants and whatnot. And so whatever I was eating I was eating with them on top of that. Yeah, I ate a lot of bad food. I was overeating, and eventually it got too out of hand. Fast forward to 2024, spring. No more friends. I was alone basically all my days, which I'm not complaining about at all, honestly, especially because the fact that I wasn't around these people anymore. I was staying at home and I was cooking my own meals. I was just going to the grocery store, getting like desserts or whatever. From there, whatever I was eating, it was primarily from the grocery store, and I was being generally more mindful about what I was consuming. Just because, like, when you go to a grocery store, you have to actually make that choice, versus it's just a lot easier to make poor choices when you're eating out, because all there is bad choices. But when you're at the grocery store, for some reason, you just make better choices. The food at this grocery store is a lot better, unless you're like shopping at Walmart or something. I don't know. But anyways, yes, I just started shopping at Sprouts exclusively and making my own food at home, and I was not eating out. I was not eating desserts as much, and eventually my palate even started changing, so I wasn't even able to like eat the same things or eat as much, just for the simple fact that I was, I don't know, making my own food and eating healthier foods. And I wasn't counting calories, but I was being conscious about not overeating and not eating like things that I know are detrimental to my body specifically and the human body in general. For example, eating crumble cookies is like objectively not good for the human body. It's just like, and one cookie is 4 servings, and one serving is already too much. So not eating stuff like that, not drinking a venti, Starbucks, sugar bomb every single morning. And I used to go to Starbucks multiple times a day. Yeah, and I like very sweet coffee. I like plain coffee too, but I like any kind of coffee. Yeah, so I just stopped doing all those kind of things, and I started just making my own food, like I said, and being more mindful about overconsumption and the quality of food and the density of the nutrition and stuff like that. I wasn't being perfect. I still, like, if somebody would offer me something, like if there's a birthday party and then there's birthday cakes, or my mom would come knock on my door and just hand me a cinnamon roll, like, I would eat these things. But I didn't go out of my own way to have a dessert every morning with a sweet coffee and then go have fast food for lunch and then fast food for dinner. Like, I wasn't doing that anymore. I was just kind of, I guess life was just kind of balancing everything out. And because of my previous lifestyle was so extreme on the unhealthy end, just me cutting back to like being normal in today's conventional society. It should not be normal, but it is normal in today's conventional society to have desserts here and there, and to have the processed foods and the diet, stuff like that. Dang, I kind of lost my train of thought. What was I saying? So the contrast between the previous poor diet to the normal conventional diet was, there was such a difference that I guess maybe there was even a caloric deficit. I don't know, because how would you lose weight without a caloric deficit? I don't know. I went from eating terrible to eating normal, and that allowed my body to kind of come back, I believe, to a place that is more natural, where like it wanted to be. Obviously, 20 pounds off an obese body is still overweight and not ideal for the health of a body, or where I guess a natural body wants to be. I don't know if I'm making sense, but it makes sense to me. I started moving around a little bit more. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I wasn't doing anything significant or substantial. And it was all sort of effortless. Like I was just living my life. I wasn't concerned with or consumed by diet or fitness at all. I was just being very intuitive with what I was doing. I was listening to my body. I was, like I said, just living my life. And my stress level, I guess, went down a little bit in some ways, but I was still very stressed out. I guess it was a healthy amount of stress though, because I've been more stressed before and after. But yeah, basically I just made simple lifestyle changes that compounded in a way that allowed me to lose 20 pounds in about maybe 6 months without even trying. Like, I never said, oh, I'm going on a diet, or I want to lose this amount of weight in this amount of time. I just simply stopped eating fast food. I stopped drinking soda. I don't even like soda, but I would drink soda because it was there. But yeah, I stopped drinking soda. I stopped overdoing it on the desserts, and yeah, I just stopped eating as much processed foods, and I started moving just a little bit. Like, I was like, I want to go walking on a Sunday morning, so I started walking, and not a lot, like maybe twice a week. Some weeks I would do 5 days a week. Other weeks I did 2 days. Some weeks I did 1. Some weeks I did 0. but I never actually went to the gym or did any like real exercise, just walking. And it wasn't even anything crazy either. It was just maybe a mile or two in the morning. Yeah, and the weight just came off. Right now I am 165, so I did gain some weight back because of traumatic experiences led me to just be like, you know what, I don't care. I turned to desserts because I have a sweet tooth and I don't do any sort of substances, never have. I don't like alcohol like that. I mean, I do like it, but it makes my knees swell up. So I used to drink it rarely socially. But like for some reason it just makes my knees swell up. So I just stopped drinking at all. And yeah, so I turned to, I guess, desserts as a way to deal with pain. I don't know, like, I'm not a psychologist. I just stopped caring altogether about everything, honestly, including my health and wellness, fitness, whatever you want to call it. So I did gain some weight back. I think that it is very important to live in a way that is sort of effortless when it comes to fitness and dieting. For example, eating intuitively, being mindful, but not being very strict, not cutting out specific food groups. Like, I think it is okay to cut out food groups because most of the time it is absolutely necessary. However, when you tell yourself, I don't know, like for me, when I tell myself I'm going to cut out, let's say, all processed foods, I can't have not even 1 ounce for the next 6 months. That's gonna like psych me out. And I think inevitably and evidently from past experiences, I've failed doing that. But when I move in a way that's intuitive and more based off of emotions rather than, or I guess you could say feelings, rather than like a very strict, logical, or militant way, then it's just more natural to, at least my I guess my mind and my body sort of follows suit, and everything just works out better that way. So I moving forward, I think it is more beneficial to what the fuck am I talking about right now? Just not be so strict, and to know what you want and to know how to achieve that, and to be very intentional about how you move throughout your life in order to achieve those goals without having to write policies for every little thing. Don't know how better to say that. I guess I can give an example. No, this is too lengthy. All I was trying to say is I came from a life of gluttony, and I just cut that out. I didn't be very strict on anything. I just stopped being ridiculous, and the weight just fell off because the difference in lifestyle. You have to make a change in order to see change, and it was really that simple. I didn't have to be extravagant. So yeah, I need to get back to that. I plan to get back to that. I plan to be a little bit more intentional this time because I have very specific and drastic goals. So yeah, I'm going to, yeah, that's all I was saying. I hope that helps. I mean, obviously you should get some sleep. That was probably a big one. I did sleep like a baby for the past year. Like, I would go to sleep whenever I wanted to, but mostly before 10. And I would wake up when I wanted to, which led me to sleep like at least 9 hours. Anywhere between 8 and 10 hours every night. So that obviously brings the cortisol levels down and allows your body to go into recovery mode so that all your systems are working for you, so that you're not gaining weight, whatever. So yeah, sleep definitely helps. Water, I know everyone says it, like you don't have to drink a gallon of water a day, but you do need to be hydrated. Sleep, water, move whatever you can, and don't eat sugar bombs. Don't overeat. You know when you're overeating. Just don't do that. And you probably shouldn't undereat either. That's a story for a different day. And yeah, hope that helps. If you want more wellness content, stay tuned because I do plan on posting. Today I'm at 165 and I want to get back down to 120 by the end of the year. So if you would like to follow my journey, I will be posting updates here on YouTube, and yeah, stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a healthy, wonderful, hopefully stress-free day. Yeah.